What is up, everyone? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz coming at you with yet another set review. Today we're doing Avatar: The Last Airbender, finally in Weiss Schwarz. English exclusive, joined today by Andy.
Woo! What's up, guys?
And our two special guests, Ollie, who you met before, and the Weeb Schwartz. Tyler.
Hello.
First time on the channel. Happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
So Tyler is a Atla lore expert as well as a pretty accomplished player. So should be a fun one. Unfortunately, Brian and Pittsburgh Tyler were out this week and they could not do it, but we have their blessing to go forward and get this done. So we are going to do the trial deck and yellow in this video today, and then we'll do the normal break it up each video on the next day. So look out for those. But let's just hop right into it here with the first card. Andy, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like the trial deck's mostly yellow here anyway, too. So starting out with Aang and Zuko, Unexpected Cooperation. Or wait, no, I was on the wrong card, I think.
Yeah, you were one card out.
All right, Zuko trapped in the cave. So we got World of Avatars. That's the common trait in this set, it looks like. And Fire Nation. When you play this bad boy from your hand, you can mill 3 cards. Optional mill. That's pretty dope. And it's an Apple Bonder. Those are cool.
It exists.
The optional mill 3 with that's kind of cool too, because it looks like he salvages his target as well, so that helps you get them into your waiting room.
Yep, Apple Bonds.
The card exists. It's a pay 1+.
Yep.
Great for a trial deck.
It's a TD card.
Not decently sized, I guess.
It bonds to a Thai guy, which is interesting, instead of it being like a vanilla.
Well, that makes it probably a lot better, though. I mean,
A little bit better.
a little bit better, yeah.
All right, next. Aang and Zuko, Unexpected Cooperation. If there's a marker underneath this card, plus 3K. On play, reveal top. If it is an event or a World of Avatar character, you may put this card face down underneath it as a marker. It is a 4K Futaba. This is totally fine. And with the lack of Blessing Zero options in the set, you will probably see this more often than you think.
Yeah, I think 4K Futaba, just 4Ks in general, seem pretty well positioned at the moment. You know, they kind of like come in and out of relevance, but I think they're like good right now.
Mm-hmm.
For Carmen, are we gonna make this one cost $20 too?
No, this one's not. This one's not a box topper. You can get 4 of it just by buying a trial deck. So a little bit hard to make it be as much as the Itsuki PR.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Tyler, you're the lore expert, right? So
Yeah.
Air Nomads is his trait here. Is that just because there is no Air Nation, I guess?
I mean,
Is
that's
that,
still
like,
what he
they're
is.
called?
All of his people are dead, but like he's the last of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called The Last Airbender.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get. Yeah, he's a nomad. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the nomads are just what all of the airbenders are called.
Okay.
All right. Next, Tyler, it's yours.
Right. This is what the Zuko bonded to. It's 1045, gains 500 per your characters. Just a typical Taige, Ellie, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Kind of fat. Used to be a time whenever 6.5 was enough to net you a plus, but I don't think it's there anymore.
No.
But this one's 7.5
Is it 7?
It's just 6.5.
with the oh wait,
Yeah,
it's
the
only on
bonder
turn.
doesn't give it a.
Yeah, it's
The
an
bonder doesn't
apples
give it
that
power.
doesn't give it power.
Oh,
he gets the
it's-
power constantly though, so
see.
he's 6.5
Yeah.
off turn too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's constant 6.5, which is just like not big enough anymore.
No.
I think you could maybe use that in like one of the standby builds, just as like
No. No.
kind of a target at level
No.
1.
No.
And if you're
No.
playing standby, there's like other cards that are as big or bigger. So
I'm just spitballing here.
All right. Next.
the appeal is just that you have a pay 1+ to it, but whatever.
Ollie, go ahead.
All right, got Zuko, Agni Kai. I actually remember this scene. This is where he's getting beat up by his dad, right?
I think.
They do it off screen because Nickelodeon, but yeah.
5500, can't side attack, accelerate, put a World of Avatar character from your waiting room at the bottom of the clock. Beginning of climax step, pay cost. If you deal the top card of your deck, you may put it on top or top or in the waiting room. And then this gets on reverse. You can salvage a character or the necklace event. It's
Pretty
like
cool.
decent actually.
They accelerate plus. Selectively clocks color.
It's pretty small though.
It is pretty small. You probably need another way to pump it for it to be a functional card, but it does bond to the cigarettes. I think you'll probably see empty cigarettes alongside one combo specifically, just to add a little bit of filter and deck speed. So yeah, I think this is fine.
I like
Yeah,
the card a lot. I just don't think it has a home.
Probably not. There's
There's just-
notably no yellow level 1, right? Like brew level 1. There's like an early play level 1.
Yeah, unless I'm forgetting that the only level 1 quote unquote yellow combo in the set is the early playing.
Yeah. So you would be dual color if you played this as your auxiliary level 1, but if you have a way to pump power, it's probably fine.
There's also a off that kind of occupies the same space as this card.
Yeah.
That's a little better in my opinion with all the power pumps on the set.
Yeah. All right. Next. This is a vanilla 2K backup. No one has to waste their turn. It exists, and it's yellow. Andy, back to you.
Back to me, I think. Yeah, so we got our first, or I guess that last one also is an IRO card. He is a level assist, and you can pay 2 and rest him to choose a character in your waiting room and add it back to your hand. It's like a decent effect on like
Yeah, it's okay.
on a level assist, but it's a trial deck card, so it's okay.
There's got to be a better assist, but this is fine.
There definitely is better assists.
All right. Next.
Pay two rest to get a dude isn't spectacular
best.
anyway.
2/1, 1,500 for each character in your opponent's backstage, so it could be a 9/5. And it has hand encore. This is unplayable. This is
This is pretty bad.
This is your typical completely unplayable 2/1 that they put in every trial deck that I don't understand why it continues to occupy space.
It doesn't kill things and it doesn't defend.
Yeah,
I don't know what the point of this card is.
It's in every trial deck, Tyler. Every single one has one of these. It's like a completely useless 2/1 that at this point I am convinced is put in trial decks just to add soul triggers. Like they're just completely
do not
worthless.
Attack, he do not defend.
From a design space, it probably has to do with, it's probably good when you're playing a trial deck against another trial deck. It's like a very simple card.
I guess, yeah.
Teaches you like the fundamentals of like the game. That's probably more so what it's for. Like you're never really supposed to play this in a deck. It's something you're supposed to cut from the trial deck when you buy booster boxes.
There's a wind. Or wait, it is a blank vanilla wind. It doesn't go with anything.
Blank wind.
Yeah, there's
I'm glad they put wind trigger in this set. I thought like modern sets usually you're just like putting choices and putting wind triggers, but like they had to put wind into Avatar: Last Airbender.
Well, here, get ready to get disappointed later. Next, this is yours, Tyler.
Yeah, all right. Katara new necklace. Whenever it comes into play, you reveal a top if it's a character or an event. You add it to your hand and discard a card, and then on attack, pump something 1,500. That's a lot of power it pumps. Filters a card.
This is
pretty solid.
Weirdly one of the best proactive filters in the set. And the power pump's pretty nice. So
can pump herself too.
Yeah, any character.
I like these type of cards a lot better than just like a typical oh my god, I'm forgetting the term. Like the ones that just like no, the ones that like pump power on attack, like 500 per character.
Oh, Chimakai's.
Yeah, I like it when there's like another effect staple to it, so you have like a good utility effect with that power pump. I think it makes it like a super versatile card.
Yeah, Avatar is unfortunately pretty hard up for hand filter, so this is one of the best ones. Yeah, this is totally acceptable. Next, Ollie.
All right, we got the Soka, level 0, global 500 during your turn, and 5-card draw brainstorm. It's like okay.
We will never get Inori ever again. Inori is banned. It's fine.
Ollie, have you never seen Avatar?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Okay, you called him Sokka, so I almost.
I
had,
wasn't
like,
gonna say
I got a little
anything, but
triggered
yeah.
right there.
It's really easy to accidentally do that when
He
you're
got all his
reading.
pronunciation from the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh yeah, you are the lore expert. Have you seen the Shyamalan movie?
Unfortunately.
Was it as bad as people say it is?
Yeah.
So
Dude, they call
it
Aang Ong. It's really weird.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Jesus.
All I
Okay.
remember about that movie is the scene where he's earthbending, and it's just like a slow moving camera of like a pebble like floating across like the screen.
Okay, so
Oh my
so how
god.
how do you pronounce his name then?
Sokka.
Sokka.
Yeah.
That's lame. I like
He's
mine
gonna rock
better.
you.
So
I like my version better.
next.
All right, you got Aang, the boy trapped in ice.
No, you skipped one.
Fuck again. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, Katara and Sokka, siblings. They're siblings, Ollie. In case you didn't know. If your
I
levels,
guessed that one.
if your levels 2 or higher, this card gets the following ability: pay 1, discard a card, and put this into your waiting room to put an Aang avatar state in your hand onto the field. So it early plays a level 3 from your hand that looks like it's a combo, and it is a frontal 500 power assist.
Wow.
Should we talk about the combo now too here?
It searches on play and burns one. It's Trouble Girl. So for the same exact card economy it takes Overlord to put Eins on the board, you can slam down your Trouble Girl.
This
You
one
can do this
pluses
at.
on
You can
play.
actually do this at level 2, like
Does it plus? It goes
in
even,
a
right?
trial deck.
You play this,
Oh
you
yeah,
pay
if
one,
you're
you
early
ditch
playing
one,
it,
you
you're right.
sack.
You're right. It's just
It
easy.
does at least go
It's
even.
even.
It does at least go even. This card, this part of it is this is pretty bad.
Trial deck card here.
I'll give it the D plus because it's a TD. It puts a level 3 on the board at 2 in a trial deck, which is not something typical.
Dude, you can use your Aang to search for another one of these, and you can triple Aang at 2.
Yep, you could. That is the thing you could do. You could triple Trouble Girl.
You would need to have like a lot because you have to sacrifice the Katara and Sokka. I don't know. When I first read it, I was thinking more like kind of how Hololive does, where they just like plop all 3 of them down
No,
immediately. But that would be really hard to
this
do.
is
with
like the
This is pretty
Eins
bad.
Ricky. How that comes onto field, it's exactly the same. All right, next. If all of your characters are World of Avatar, it gets 1,000 power, and it's a drop search. It is Aang drop search, or Yang drop search. Yang drop search is fine. Yang. Yang drop search is a totally fine card, and this is the only drop search in the set. So if you want to play a drop search, you got this one. It's blue.
I like it a lot.
Yep, I think it's fine. Yeah, totally fine. Next. Here's
All
time.
right, next we have a UA Moon Spirit. Whenever your climax is placed in your climax area, you give something a soul, and then you can rest it to choose one of your characters and give it 1,500. 1,500 is still a big number. A lot of things care about acts. The plus soul is awesome at level 0.
Yeah, it might be
Playable.
relevant as a free act. There's not many of them. I'm down.
Yeah, I guess if there's something that cares about Act, this would be like a decent.
A lot of the top cards care about act.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of green.
Yeah,
to
just green in
extend off
general.
of that, but yeah, it's a free act. 1,500 is a big number. Plus soul is not particularly common, and it's just kind of stapled on there. So
Get it for free. Or wait, no, this is a vanilla. Never mind. Next. You can read the next one. Ollie.
Sokka 2/1. During your turns gets 1k power for each other, so it's 11k on your turn. And if it reverses battle point with a climax, you can stock from waiting room.
That's rough, buddy.
so that's a promo.
That is a promo.
It's like not terrible.
It's not the worst. It's better than the other 2-1, that's for sure.
I would certainly play this 2/1 over that 2/1.
11, 12 with
agree.
a climax. Yeah, it's just fine.
Yeah.
Can I voice a complaint I have about this card though?
Yes, what is it?
So there's a distinct lack of flavor text in this set, despite there being so many quotable lines from the show. This is one of the ones that I think would would look better if it didn't have flavor text.
Yeah. I did notice
Wow.
that there's actually very little flavor text in the booster. Like in the booster. There's more flavor text in the well no, there's not a lot of flavor text here either. There's just not a lot of flavor text. Unfortunate. Next. Back to
Okay,
Candy.
yeah, we get the combo here. We can talk about him. His glory here. Yeah, unplay, search your deck for World of Avatar, add to your hand, and then when you attack, if you have 2 or more other characters, it burns 1 on attack and gets 1,000 power. Pretty good for a trial deck, especially since you can search like more copies of him. The goal probably is to like play an Aang, search for another copy of himself, play it, search for another copy of itself, and have 3 climax combos go off.
It's like slime, but with way less reach.
It's trouble, girl. 11k
Basically
cross
no
turn.
reach.
It is 11k cross turn. It might live.
Just go play actual horror. It has
It's
a
the
booster
power.
now.
It's the power of the Avatar spirit.
Wait,
triggered
was
it.
that a question?
He did trigger it.
The Avatar Spirit. It's his Avatar Spirit.
Yeah. It was whenever they didn't know what to call the Avatar state yet.
No, I was very young when I watched Avatar, so I don't really remember a lot.
I watch it once a year.
Damn.
Ooh,
Strong.
dang.
That's a true fan right there.
I do that with Ava because I'm a nerd.
It was great.
I heard the other day they're coming out with like 3 more Avatar movies or series or something.
Netflix is making like a live action thing or something. I haven't followed it too heavily.
Oh god. It can't be
It's been in
worse than
production
the
for a while. That's all I know.
M. Night Shyamalan version, right?
It's not M. Night Shyamalan, no.
Okay.
Are they doing like a legit sequel
No,
series?
no. It's just a live action series from Netflix, and they like recast everything, got a new director and whatnot. They're getting some of the original writers for it as well.
Oh, that's cool.
That's good.
All right, next card. Katara, protecting Aang. If you have 2 or more other World of Avatar characters, it gets 500 power. And the following ability. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay 1, stand and swap with another one of your characters. And then on play heal. Stand and swap has the ability to be very disruptive in a standby strategy. Specifically, when you have something in the back row and you played this before, and then you can swap it to the front or do something weird with that. Unfortunately, this is level 3, so you can't even start doing that until level 2, but it is probably fine because it's also a healer, so you're adding a 10-5 healer to your deck. It's probably okay.
This card might be neat in the pants deck.
To save one of your combos.
Save one of your combos, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure this has a home somewhere. It just seems very low effort to include it somewhere, just like as a one of or something like that in some deck.
All right, and last card, Tyler.
Katara's necklace. It's a cigarettes event.
Love to smoke.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a cigarettes event. There are combos that can like pick up events. So,
Yeah.
playing
And,
like
and that
actually
card
a
in
lot.
the card in the starter deck too, the accelerate card.
yeah, I can grab this.
You know, if this set cares about mill, like if it needs the deck speed, you know, people will sometimes just play these as like just for the mill power.
It's the like a
I think
most
there's some
effective raw event.
I think there's some shells that actually do kind of need this for mill though,
Yeah,
which is a little unfortunate.
I think it's fine. Like I said, you got some combos that can grab it, so not that big of a deal. All right, we're gonna just hop right into yellow. We're just gonna get in there. Ollie, go ahead.
Oh, cool. All right, we got this level 0 Aang. When it attacks, if all your other characters are World of Avatar, choose one of your characters. That character gets 2k power till end of turn, and this is a JC.
I kind of like this. I actually kind of like this. The 2,000 power on attack anywhere, and then also a JC. That's pretty solid.
1500 is a big number, as I was saying earlier. 2K is an even bigger number.
Yeah.
It can kill things and it can JC. Those are 2 really good things.
I don't know. Maybe
This card makes me sad. There's no clean cut in the set.
I don't know. Maybe I play too much. Have played too much Grisaya, but like the fact that it doesn't go to memory really rustles me a little bit.
You have played too much Grisaya. That's like
And maybe I'm just spoiled.
it's normal.
Yeah,
that
you're
they don't go to
just
memory.
That's all that is.
Yeah,
There's literally 2 JCs that go to memory.
like in Weiss total. Yeah, my only issue with it is that well, I get it's not an issue with this card, it's an issue with the rest of the set. There are not many good level 0 targets for this. But the fact that it gives 2k anywhere, it will probably continue to find its way into sets just for the raw plus and giving power later in the game. If you ever get a free lane to slam this down to like challenge one bigger lane, like your opponent plays down a big card and then like kind of chumps out another lane to get their one big card down and have that card win lane. This card helps you crack back in those situations, which is always nice. But yeah, super solid level 0 plusing profile. Next, back to
Oh,
Andy.
yes. I'm glad I get to be the one to talk about this. And even though it's not on a win trigger, it still works thematically. Choice trigger has arrows on it and has arrows on him. You know, that works. This is a cool card. And when you told me about this, it made me want to pick up the set maybe. When you play him, you get a heal, you know, whatever. But when he attacks, if you have energy bending in your climax zone and everybody's avatar, you can pay 1 and discard a card, so pretty affordable cost. If you do, you mill the top 4 of your deck. Then you're going to count the number of colors you mill. And if you get all the elements, it's super poggers. So if you mill 2 colors, you get to choose 2 cards in your opponent's waiting room, shuffle them back to their deck, so decompress them a bit. If you hit 3 colors, you do that first effect and then also deal 3 damage to your opponent. And if there are 4 more colors, you then also get to put the top card of your opponent's deck into their clock. So if you hit all 4, you're shuffling 2 back, then burning 3, then clock kicking them from the top of deck. And I think, Carmen, you told me there was also I think there's like a back row card that lets you mill an extra card.
There is a Katara that gives you a singular +1 to this effect. You cannot add more. It's a custom card. It's going to be really funny when we get to it. It reads like absolutely terribly. Like
there was so many ways to phrase that card, and they chose the worst one.
Yeah, they chose the absolute worst one. Like there was like a list of different ways that it could be written, and they picked the worst one. Tyler is right.
I don't know the exact stats on it, but in 5 cards, like I feel like you could probably consistently hit 3 colors. So I'd consider that probably to be the floor. Like pay 1, ditch 1, on attack, shuffle back 2, burn 3.
Well, we get to talk about Salami later, but dude, hitting colors and cards is like, no matter what your ratios, it's literal complete RNG. Unless you mill down, the only way to confirm that this will hit or even raise your chances over a complete and total coin flip is to mill down to exactly 4 cards or 5 cards and know that they are all the right color. That is the only way to confirm this works. You can sit there, you can fiddle with your ratios, you can fiddle with your deck. It doesn't actually matter because the way a game of Weiss works, there are zones that you have very little control over what cards go there in terms of over like a normal game state. You have control to pay them out or move them later. But we're talking about like mid-attack step or like throughout the course of an entire game. Hitting any of these effects in any amount, you are literally completely incapable of controlling it, is my take on it. I might be wrong about that, but like over the course of an entire game, I think it's literally a complete and total coin flip if you'll ever hit like even 3 colors with this, no matter how you build your deck.
The real Carmen, the real problem is that our brains are too small. I feel that if note-taking was allowed in this game and time was extended a little bit, you could more accurately keep track of what colors are left in your deck whenever you're not in those low deck scenarios. And there's 2 different pretty playable shuffle back cards. So if you were good at math and you have a big enough brain to remember what colors are in your deck, you can know what to shuffle back to hit the ratios that you need to actually more favorably have this go off.
What is that, Tyler? What's the hyper geo on hitting colors? Like that sounds like like one hell of a calculation, like a hypergeometric calculation of hitting like 4 of 4 colors.
Okay, well, to piggyback off what Tyler
You just
said
want
too.
as even of a spread of all of the 4 colors as you can, right? So you don't really need to do a hypergeo. You just need it to be as evenly
as
split
even
as
as you can, I guess. Yeah, still seems like a coin flip to me.
I was gonna say I want to piggyback off what Tyler said there and say that if you're paying out like most of your stock to like put these onto the field, right? You only need 1 stock going into your attack step, right? So that means if you know your deck list, like Tyler was saying, like if note taking was legal, but like I feel like it's something where you really want to know your deck list and like just have those numbers in your mind. Like, okay, I have 10 red cards in my deck. Like in my deck list 50, like I have this many red, this many blue, this many green, right? And then if you only have like 1 or 2 cards in your stock, you know you can like
You know
count the
most
cards
of your
in your
colors,
level and your
sure.
clock and your field and your waiting room in your hand, and you can like do a little bit of math, like in your like a little bit of napkin math in your head.
Okay,
And
hear
be
me
like, okay,
out.
this is what I have left.
Is doing that even worth it?
Probably not. This seems like one of those cards where
if it
you
meant
just
you
pay
hit
1
4
bitch one and go
colors,
for it.
if it meant you hit 4 colors, some relevant percentage more often, then I think yes, it is worth it. However, the deck building constraint of being a 4-color deck is not particularly great.
Even with the, we'll see a convenience card at the end of yellow.
Yeah, this card is
still
sick.
a lot.
It's just the crux of this card is the fact that you have to build
Is
your
it sick?
deck.
I
think so.
I think it's a sick idea. I think it's like going to be extremely frustrating and extremely like underwhelming for players. Like somebody's gonna see this and be like, "Oh my god, I could just put 4 of every color in the deck, and I'll even them out, and I'll play the event, and it's gonna be so sick. My aim's gonna hit every time." And then they're gonna play it, like average Weiss player, like 34 at
colors on all
locals.
of them because that's my luck.
And then they mill like all yellow or all blue, or like they hit like they don't even hit 2 or more colors on one of them. They go, "Oh my god, the game sucks. I hate everything." I don't know. I feel like they could have made this a little bit more muted, but a lot more achievable. Like, why wasn't this card retuned to be like if you have 4 colors on your board, and like there were cards that you could like gain markers to get additional colors? There were other ways to play with this flavor to make a far more functional and less frustrating cards than creating a lol RNG card that the payoff for doing so and the payoff for playing into it like isn't even that great. There were other ways to play with this flavor to make it better, and instead it's a lol RNG milk effect, where the payoff is worse than paying 1 additional stock to slam down a Gura and go, haha, 2, 1, 1, swing for 4, ha ha. Like,
look, we can't all be Hololive.
Well, I mean, but that's like the marker of like what this set is going to be playing into, right? Like, because Hololive is going to come out in August, so like this is going to be towing up against like Hololive and later Overlord. So it's like I don't even want to think about Alice because I don't even want to talk about Alice because Alice at this rate might even get banned before the fall season, which is pretty ridiculous.
Oh well, I mean, I think the silver lining is the Japanese most recent ban list just came out, and all those decks you mentioned.
All got murdered. Yeah,
they all got hit really hard. So like, I think that will translate over into English as well.
After
not immediately,
season.
but
yeah.
I mean, I think Alice is going to get banned before the next season because there's a lot of data out there. But
reading something like this just kind of pisses me off because I think there were so many better ways to do this color flavor than having it be lol mill RNG. Like, I think salami is the like max amount of haha milk color funniness that I want to exist in my set. I even think pastel palettes is like completely egregious, like in terms of like how they build that. I know it's like they cheat. They always have the off-color back rows for their 2-color front rows. But they could have literally just made they literally could have made the Avatar State pastel palettes, and I would have liked it more than this.
So you just don't like the RNG?
I don't. I just think that like you're gonna put all this work into deck building and trying to make this card work, and it's literally just gonna be completely all for naught. And you could have done literally anything else, and it would have been better. I would rather slam. I would rather
Contrary to
hard.
how Aang finished out
Yeah.
the series, where he was just handed the finale on a silver platter.
That's funny. I would literally rather raw slam Toph with the bar and pay 2, burn 2 than play this card. That's where
I feel
Don't
like
worry,
hitting
guys.
3 isn't that bad.
Like-
If you're playing all 4 colors, hitting 3 is probably not terrible. And then at that point,
hitting 3 with the Katara is probably very reasonable.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I think that's how you evaluate the card. You don't look at it and like see the clock kick. That's like a happy accident if it happens. But
You gotta see the forest for the trees, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to building with that. When we do our deck techs, I'm gonna do that one. I'm very interested in messing around with that and trying to make that work. That's such a cool combo.
Every time I play Salami, that card never whiffs, so I believe.
What are you guys
Oh
talking
my
about?
God.
Fucking salami.
Well, dude, we got a long way to go to get to Salami, man. Cats,
we
can,
have
cat,
it
dude,
all- as much as I love this card, we probably should move on.
cats can have a little salami as a treat. Next card.
What the
Thanks,
Carmen.
And blending in. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, put the top 4 cards of your deck in the waiting room. The total number of colors revealed on these cards is 2 or more. It gets 2K. You got 3 or more colors, it gets the following ability. It gets Twin Drive. If there are 4 or more colors, you get to choose a character from your waiting room and put it into stock. Yet another card
That's such a mediocre payoff.
that like gives you get to get a stock if you mill 4 colors, which will never happen.
Well, there's your deck speed. There's your deck speed.
Yeah, just on play mill exactly 4. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
Alice
it's like
Alice
Aincrad,
plays
right?
it. It's like Aincrad.
Except with way less payoff.
I don't even think you'd play this in the 4-color deck.
I think
Is
this
it-
card sucks.
Yeah, I think it sucks.
It's mill and it's a 6K twin drive, and randomly you'll get a stock sometimes.
There are no zeros that give you on-demand mill except for a pay 1 sack check for. So Tyler is right. It is mill.
Wait, you have to hit 3 colors to get the twin drive though.
Yeah.
And Katara doesn't give this
Tough.
card. Does Katara give this card the extra check one?
No,
Of course
it
it
only gives
doesn't.
it the 3/2.
Oh my god. If you're gonna do it, go all in. If you're gonna do it right. Oh my god. Next.
All
Tyler,
right,
go ahead.
Lion Turtle, global 500, and it's a back row runner for paying 1. I'm not sure when you ever play this card or where.
Yep.
For this card is so cheap.
Wow, we're already at the 4th yellow card, and we're already in uncommons. This is there's not even there's like 2. There's 1 rare. There's 1 yellow rare. What the actual fuck?
I don't know. That's
That's
so weird.
weird.
I'd
That's
imagine
super
it would
weird.
be more.
Yeah, me too. That I didn't realize that until now. That this card is card number
weird.
4 is the first uncommon.
That's really weird.
That is incredibly strange.
I don't know. They can't give you too much yellow, otherwise your mill 4s won't hit.
Well, there was nothing else to talk about on this card, so I guess we talked about that instead. That's fine. Next card, Holly.
Okay, we got this Appa, level 0. When this plays from stage to hand, reveal the top card of your deck if it's level 2 or higher. Put it in stock. When this is placed on stage to hand, this gets 3K power.
Stock charge.
A weird
It's like
looking pig.
Buta, but not as good as Buta.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Boots
when
up
you're
there
worse than a
without
Gurren
that.
Lagann card.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip card for the coin flip deck, because that does exist. In that set.
all the Appa cards are coin flip stuff. Oh yeah, I'm vaguely remembering.
No, there's just a bunch of random stuff that checks for level 2 or higher, like
Oh, okay.
the Sokka Bond. There's a Sokka Oversize. There's this.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm remembering the Sokka Oversize. All right, next. Back to Andy.
Yep, we got Appa and Momo, Samurai Battle. I don't remember this episode. It looks like a good one though.
What am I looking at?
This episode's really good. Yeah.
Appa in the samurai costume is fucking great. Holy shit. When you use the backup of this, you reveal the top card. If it's a World of Avatar, draw it, discard. So it is a 1/1 Leaf counter.
We like it.
Every good set has a Leaf counter, just like every good game has a fishing mini game.
This is objectively better
Right.
than a 2K punch if you play choice and
What?
want to play a backup.
Is that true, Andy?
Yeah, have you ever? Yeah, every good video game has a fishing mini game.
He's not wrong.
Dark Souls doesn't have a fishing.
Does Elden Ring have
Yeah.
fish
Game.
in Elden Ring?
No.
Like
That's not a good game.
Well, no, wait. Maybe you can kill a fish. Does that count?
Sekiro, you can kill a fish. You can go
Sekiro,
kill
you
a
can
really
kill a
big
fish.
fish.
Yeah, that counts. It trickles down to all the other games. All right. All you got a rating for?
No. I
No.
just copied Tyler's.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Far more interesting card.
Holy fuck! What
dang,
is this card?
okay.
Oh,
this card.
He's
All right,
learning.
hear me out. This card has a ton of words on it, but here's what it does. Because you guys are card gamers and you're not going to read it anyway. When you play a choice, a bar, a standby, or a pants, when you trigger this card, it gains that icon. And then when
I don't know why they couldn't just put that on the card.
And well, yeah, because we can't have keywords and we can't have nice things. We have to write out literally everything over and over again.
Oh, you
Well,
just like
it
you just
doesn't
phrase
work
it
with
like
Dwarf.
if your climax is a climax with a choice in its trigger in its trigger icon, this card in all zones gets the trigger icon. The same is true of blank, 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 and blank.
Or just say if your climax has a climax with this or this or this or this, it gains this or this
Yeah,
or this or
more
this
weird phrases
respectively. And then if you clock it, you get a blind stock. If you have 4 more characters, it's the who's her name alarm. What the oh my god. Himari alarm. It has the Himari alarm effect. So if you do draw it, you can clock it and get a reasonable effect. Because this card is completely dead if you draw it. Which is the downside of playing it.
I think this card is incredible.
It's really funny. The fact that you add 4 in 2 directions in a 2 different trigger deck is pretty interesting. I'm gonna fuck with it for sure.
It copying bar, you're never putting it in like a bar deck unless you really want it to copy your other trigger. But like copying choice, standby, and pants in those respective decks, or any deck that has a combination of those triggers, it just gives you extra triggers whenever you want to trigger that trigger.
Specifically, I think the yeah, go ahead, Ollie. Sorry.
You trigger it, add it to your hand, and you can clock it again. Clock it for stock.
Yeah, that's the only appeal of the bar. But like, I don't want to clock myself.
The I do think the pants level 1 combo is gonna more often than not be the like go-to basic combo that most decks are gonna be playing. So like the fact that you can mix it with like any of these other things is gonna be really nice.
Yeah, and then enables 12 standby, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, only as good as its targets.
Yeah.
I guess that's
I've,
fair.
From what I've seen, is not that good.
There's another
there's
reason
some
to
good
want 12
targets.
standby, though.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
I
Adding
this
extra
was a good
standbys
one.
to your deck will be very important when we talk about a specific boy who is looking for new possibilities, or I can't remember the name of the card. All right, next.
Next up, it is me, right?
Yep, yeah, it's yours.
Okay. This Ang, if it itself is in your level, it's an early play. Gains 1,000 if you are playing the game, and then whenever what's the timing on this? Whenever the climax is placed into your climax zone, if you have 6 or less hand and another character, you search for the 2/1 time machine, and then that time machine gains on reverse blind stock. This is the
Puts
combo for the
Appa
coin
to
flip
the
deck.
field.
Yeah, and the Appa gains 3k on attack, so with climax down 11k, and then on reverse it goes to memory and comes back next turn. Time machine.
Yeah,
and gives you a stock.
So it's a big doofus that summons a time machine that refunds you a stock.
it's
not
a
even
kind
big.
Of
it's
doofus.
7k.
Yeah, it's
it doesn't
7K.
get 1,000 for each
I thought
other,
it was
Ollie.
1K for each other.
No. It gets 1k if you are playing the game. No, it's not a good card. It's an okay card.
The appeal is that you kill something with Appa, and then you get the stock you paid for it back, and then you get the plus from the Appa.
Yeah, so it pluses 1 and kills a thing. Ideally,
that doesn't sound super appealing. I'm gonna be
honest. This is the
No.
combo for the coin flip deck.
Yep, because you add a bunch of extra level 2s to your deck.
Well, I think the other unfortunate thing about it too is there's not really. I feel like double comboing would be pretty obnoxious. It's, this combo works in multiples of 2.
It has to be in your
Appa.
center stage, so you probably don't want to be multi-comboing
It
it.
has to be
You
in your center
could. You
stage too.
you could summon 2 of them. It could summons to any position. So
Yeah.
you can play over
That's
it.
like feels
It-
pretty fucking bad.
If this
Just because you
also
can doesn't mean you should.
Nope.
if this also did something, maybe it would
Wait,
be worth
what's
considering,
missing
but
companion? Oh, it's
literally the
itself.
card we're looking
It's
at.
itself.
Yeah.
So this card has to be in your level. Wait,
Yeah, so you have
wait.
to
Hold
clock
on,
it to
hold
0.
on. No.
Or
That
level
that's fucking unplayable. Sorry. No.
Why would you say that?
Because I've played Dalsegno, Tyler.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
Man's got
know.
Dalsegno.
I know the horrors of
PTSD.
trying to hit a level 1 experience condition. I don't even care if
Okay.
you have a level swap. It's insane. Like, okay, even in Rental Girlfriend, where you're trying to set up for Sumi, that shit is like, I played the literal Ruka Chaser to clock cards from Grave just to set that condition, and played 4 of it. And that card was a Brainstorm. This is a 2/1 brick that has to be in your level, that you have to draw before level 1. Like, absolutely no way.
I think it's
I-
fine.
I'm like almost with you on this one, Carmen. I hate that. I don't think there's like any payoff for the combo to begin with. The Appa is so awkward too, because he's like a big card, so you'd want
I would
him to stay
rather
on the
play the
field, but then he
Dalsegno
just
combo
eats
off a
himself
win
away.
than play this. I would rather play the Dalsegno combo. I don't even remember what it did. I think it like draws 2 or something. I don't even remember.
Is there like search 1?
It's like
stock
it's
one?
search 1 stock. I don't fucking remember, dude.
It was a 2/1, right? That's all I
It
remember.
is a
It was
2/1. Yeah, it's a
2/1.
2/1 that early plays if it has like another card in level. And it wasn't the hat. It wasn't even anything good.
It was a shitty 1/0, I think.
Yeah, it was like a 1/0 Taiga.
Yeah, what a good,
whatever.
What a good deck. One Nats.
Yeah, do not like. Next card. Ollie.
I got this Aang, the importance of forgiveness. 2 or less CX early play, 500 for each other, so it sits at 11.5. Oh no, backstage, so it sits at 10.5. And it's check X.
That's fine.
Why is this
Fine
not more
card.
than rare?
Acceptable.
Should have been a rare, but not allowed to have rares in yellow. Because you want to know what it is? I just thought of it. This is pretty big brain. If you don't have as many rares, like of a character in a set, they appear in the pack more. Less rare and higher Aangs means more Aangs randomly appear in packs, despite there being not that many Aang cards.
True.
I think that might be it.
That makes sense.
That's just fucking stupid enough to be something Bushi C would do.
That's almost plausible.
Yeah, it's just dumb enough to be something that they would do.
I don't know. It feels like they wanted to give representation to like the vast majority of characters, which means that like everyone got like a low count of cards. So
Yeah, but then there's
maybe
red.
maybe that's the reasoning.
Where's Cabbage Man?
Cabbage Man doesn't even have a card, dude.
He doesn't need a card. He's on the deck box.
He is on the
That's
deck.
true.
Card.
He did make out the best out of anyone.
He should have been a promo, like specific to the PR pack.
It could also playable in Konosuba.
Yeah, cabbage card. All right, next.
Okay,
Andy.
I have no idea who the hell this is.
That is a
Oh, the
fucking
face stealer.
horrifying.
It's
fucking
Ko, the
Millennium
face
Eye.
stealer.
Like the Millennium Eye. At the beginning of your climax phase, you choose one of your world of avatars and they get 1,000 power. Spammable Brainstormer. Search. It's I don't know, if you want to spammable brainstorm, I guess. It's alright.
Eldritch Horror is what that is.
It's
It really is.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's actually okay.
That is
It's
a totally
it's
playable
literally
card.
the Blake, and that card.
Yeah.
that card was played.
It's literally
Eh.
the Blake.
It's very rare that I like a spam brainstorm.
I love spam brainstorm. Spam brainstorm.
Sometimes
my
when
beloved.
you're a bad player, you need all the deck speed you can get. Sometimes.
Exactly. It's a 1-card infinite deck speed, Tyler, at the cost of all of your resources.
I'm aware I played in my level 0 Fate deck because it's the only way you can get stock out in that deck.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
All
I'm generally with
True.
Tyler. I don't really like the spammable brainstorms either, but like just as a one-up to like if you need it, you get it.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a toolboxy card.
The deck is hard up for mill. I don't think it's this hard up for mill.
It might be. I've considered this card while deck brewing quite a few times because of that reason, which is pretty spooky. But all right, just like that card. Okay, all right.
The
Next
bad flavor card also.
Is it a bad flavor card?
Yeah, it's not like anti-flavor, but it's just like I can see what
It
they were going
doesn't do
for.
anything. Doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God. My Google
Whoa.
thing's-
Talk about a flavor card.
I thought this was a Nickelodeon show.
Aang
It is.
and Katara expressing affection. If your level is 2 or higher, card gets the following ability: Act. Sack this. Choose a Katara and Aang reciprocating feelings in your hand. Put in the state position that this card was in. So it free plays this 2/2. The 2/2 is a 10/5 if you have a full back row, and it checks 2 on attack when you have a climax down. That's all you need to know about that card. And then at the beginning of your encore step, if you have another World of Avatar character and you have struck down in your climax area, you can put it into your waiting room, and then choose this card and one of your other characters and pop them back to hand. So because of the beginning of the encore step, the card that you're popping back does not have to be standing. So you could crash a card, then sack the climax and bounce this on the other card.
I wish this changed in
This-
encore step.
This card can do it from front row. So you can just slam the choice, crash this and another card in, and then bounce them both back.
Ooh, it's a +2 off of one card. What more could you want?
Insane. I don't know. Maybe there's something with this. That sounds funny. Like
I don't think there is,
there's not.
especially since I can't think of a deck that actively wants this card.
I mean, yeah. If there's nothing to abuse it with,
Eating
it's
up a
kinda
climax
garbage.
slot is such a premium because that change effect is near worthless.
Yeah, the change effect is really bad.
I think the Katara is like fine on her own as like a standby target. I'm sorry, like the blue card. Blue card seems pretty good actually.
Yeah, I like that card. I just don't like the idea of having to play this otherwise blank 0 to play the 2/2 from hand. Whenever I could just have it in my waiting room and hit it with a standby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
All right, next, the coolest card package.
Oh
Tyler,
god.
it's yours.
Oh, it's mine. Do I have to read all of these?
You don't have to read all of them now.
No. Okay. Ember Island players casting horrors. If it's on your stage, it's also treated as Aang. And then on play, you can discard 1 to search for one of the other Ember Island players.
Oh god, this package.
Okay, hear me out. Your
Oh, it
field
has to
plus
go directly to stage,
yes, it has to go directly to stage.
which is markedly worse.
So hear me out. Your field plus options in this set are so bad, and your filter is also so bad that in many decks while brewing, I have considered and sometimes done a 4/4 lineup of this card and the blue card. The blue card being a 4,500 2 soul if the yellow card is on the field. And then it also makes the yellow card a 3K. So you get a 3K and a 45 2 soul that also
not bad.
filters a heavy card out of your hand. Because if I specifically wanted a non-costed field plus at 0, there was almost no options because your good options are JC, which there's not a lot of good targets for, and a bunch of Rickies.
What about the TD marker 4K?
The TD marker 4K is okay, but I think that like the 45 2 soul, if you have the slots to get away with this, is actually okay.
If you have the
this-
slots, yeah, that's probably fine.
This also filters
Especially
your
since
hand
they're all
out.
on trade.
Yeah, they're all on trait. There's nothing weird about
I
it.
was worried that these cards would not be on trade, but they are. So
Yeah.
they don't mess with
Is
anything.
this
They're
like
just
a Fire
another
Nation
card.
play or something?
Yeah. So there's a recap episode towards the end of season 3 where they go over the entire show again in a very short stage play, and the characters react to it.
I see. I've learned.
This is the important one.
Pogging
yeah.
Sokka. I'm glad it's that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, he's pogging, and he's a
He
4,500
is
2 soul.
pogging.
And he makes the Aang one 3K. So you get a 3K and a 45 2 soul, and you can filter a heavy card out of your hand. It has to be a character, but something that you can't play for 2 lanes, one of them being 2 soul at 0, and 3K and 4/5. That's pretty good. I I think that will actually find its way into some decks if you have the slots to do so.
Should have been Levi's squad.
But well, a lot of things should have been Levi's squad. But I actually
think Jed and his entire squad could have been a Levi squad clone.
I
It
think
made me a
that-
little sad that wasn't a thing.
I think that if you're just playing this with like the Sokka one, it's like a C+. If you play any of the other cards, it's like absolutely fucking terrible.
Is there like some Exodia combo where if you get them all?
No.
No. They're all just like zeros with effects, basically.
Yeah. They're like not very remarkable outside of the blue one. And this one that rips the other ones out.
Well, maybe you have like a little like package then if they're all level 0s. Maybe run like 4 of this Aang,
Well,
bunch of the Sokkas, and like 1 each of the others.
the other ones don't
Good
do
enough.
anything is the problem. We'll get to them. They don't really do anything. They're all kind of
Okay.
dead. All right. More generally useful card.
Hey, another
Ollie.
card that should have been a rare.
Yep.
Yeah, we got this Momo level 0. Return 2 World of Avatar characters from waiting room to deck. When this plays from your hand, pay cost. If you do, choose a World of Avatar character, gets +1 soul. And it's a climax offer. Yeah, why the fuck isn't this even at least an uncommon?
It just reads like a rare.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really fucking good. Use it with your Aang finisher. Shuffle
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
color cards back so you can mill them, and then fix your climax. I think
Or
this is almost like an A tier card. It's pretty solid.
shuffle back your Sokkas
B
to
plus probably.
spawn them out.
Shuffling back your Sokkas is also a very
Yo!
good play with them.
Yep, that is the play you will see this used for most often, I assume. All right, next. Back to Andy.
Yeah, so mentor. He's in your memory at the beginning of your climax step. Choose one of your Aangs, and it gets 500 power for the turn. A1, put the standing card into your memory. Choose an Aang missing companion or Aang avatar state in your waiting room. Return it to your hand. You have to pay 1 and send his standing old ass to memory.
Yeah.
But then you get 500 power just for him existing.
To get both of the shittiest Aangs.
Well,
in the
hey,
set.
look.
I hate this.
It doesn't matter. You don't even have like something you can use to like abuse it being like rested, even if it could send itself rested. So
Yeah.
Fuck me. I'm glad I missed this episode. Glad I never saw this one. Fuck this old guy.
all right, next.
Oh, he's back. He's back in his whole regalia.
Appa, ready to fight. At the beginning of your attack phase, choose one of your World of Avatar characters. It's 1,000 power until end of turn. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may put 1 card from your hand in the waiting room. If you do, choose one of your other characters, put it face up underneath this card as a marker. At the beginning of your next draw phase, choose one of your characters from the markers underneath this card, put it in any position on the stage.
It's
A really
JoJo.
weird looking motorcycle.
Yeah, it turns your any character into a stand for a turn. Why isn't this a Mater?
What does Mater do?
Mater is ditch a card, put a card under them, and then it's a back row runner. So you put a character in the truck bed and you drag it to the back.
Well,
Oh,
he's
gotcha.
charging. He's not
Um,
running away.
yeah, but I'm saying like that would have been a cool profile to have in this set as Appa.
That would have been cool.
Very, very flavorful. Instead, the back row runner is on this stupid fucking turtle thing. So
He's a bison.
anyway, more missed potential. This card
Oh,
sucks.
what a turtle. Aw.
Next is mine, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Momo. It's an Adachi.
It's Yamcha
He's so
Momo.
sad. He is actually Yamcha.
I still think this is just like
It's just a
an
Yamcha.
unfortunate screenshot.
It's just a Yamcha reference.
I don't think
funny.
it. I don't think it. I don't think it's an intentional reference. Is the thing.
It's probably not.
Probably not. It's Adachi. You know if you need it.
C for the C in Adachi.
All right, next. Ollie. Oh, this is the Appa. I guess we already talked about this. We can just rate it. You don't have to waste your turn. 10K and on reverse time machine.
I hate time machines.
Just cancel the damage, dude.
Yo,
Impossible.
why didn't I think of that?
All right, you get this one. I'll go ahead.
I got this 1-0 yip counter. Event counter. Search your deck for a World of Avatar character. Reveal it to your opponent. Put it in your hand. Choose one card in your hand. Put it in the waiting room. Shuffle your deck. Choose up to one of your World of Avatar characters in battle. Move it to an open stage. Position stage. It's move gear.
Yeah, here's your Appa runner, Carmen.
Yeah,
it's
this
gear.
is how you run it to the back row.
So
I
like,
love gear.
if there's a deck that wants the 1-0 Appa, that's the copy of the Mater motorcycle from TRV. Isn't this just typically better than that? Like, yes, it's an event and not searchable, but a lot of the combos in this set grab events too.
Yep.
Why is there no Fate to Bear Aang? There's no way to search this?
No.
I
No,
don't think so.
outside of grabbing it off of a Azula or Sokka combo.
I still really like.
This
really like
card's
gear.
like fine, especially if you can.
Raw
yeah,
gear is
or
fine if you can
combos,
add it.
Grab events.
I think I would rather play the
There are
raw
also
cigarettes.
metas where you would probably just play 4 blank of this. I don't think we're going to be seeing that meta for a while, but
or ever again. But
probably.
Imagine playing it on reverse combos.
I
that don't
literally,
get massive.
because of how hard up the set is for Mill, I think I'd rather play the raw cigarettes.
Dude,
with,
you know what
with those
though?
combos that add cards. Right.
I know
know
for
what?
a fact I would rather play that.
Yeah.
Like Tyler's saying, if like on reverse stuff really matters, this would pair marvelously with the JC. That like opens up your field for like the yip counter to like move something.
Yep.
It's pretty dope.
All right. Last yellow card. It's back to Andy.
Okay, consultation with his past selves. You need an Aang character to play him. 1/1 event, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose a world avatar character, put it into your hand, the rest go to waiting room, this goes to memory. If this is in your memory, your climax can be played from your hand without doing color requirement. And all of your world of avatar characters in your hand, you get the following ability. Okay, now we're talking. Oh, okay, so 1/1 camera event that goes to memory, kind of like a slime. And you don't have to worry about color for the rest of the game. Right? Like,
No.
yeah, because it just sits in your memory. For the rest of your game, color doesn't matter.
Colors shouldn't matter in your deck from deck building.
Yeah.
Well, if you're playing the Wombo combo Aang deck where you need
Okay, but you can
all
have
4 elements.
the perfect synergy of colors, balancing all things.
Even without the color requirement thing, I still really like this. The 1/1 event, look at top 4, go to hand, then goes to memory. I like it a lot.
Can truly embrace the avatar state.
I don't think this matters at all.
I don't think this card is playable.
Yeah, I think.
You also need
One-
an Aang on board.
Never
Okay,
play
okay,
slime
okay,
again.
wait,
Never
wait,
play
wait.
slime again.
No,
How playable
no,
Aang's never
and
lost.
Andy, you cannot say that this is anything like Mask. That
I
is
almost
like
like it more. I almost like it more because you get to look at top 4. It's like, I don't know.
no,
I really value the top 4.
That's what you look at your entire deck.
You also need an Aang on board, and how many playable Aangs have we honestly seen?
The JC.
I didn't even factor that in. You're right. Yeah, there's not a lot of back row Aangs.
The draw search. That's it.
That does hurt it, actually. That does hurt
I
it.
do think that your set might actually be so hard up for Mill that a 1/1 camera that goes to memory as a stock out and like can mill your deck might be something that a deck plays.
I mean, you have the 1-0 mill 4 that is also a stock out some percentage of the time.
I think I like this more because it's like consistently a stock out every single time. I think I just like this better than that 1/0 in general.
I
see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from, though, Tyler.
I think it's fine. At least explosion counter was a backup. This can add any character from your set though, unlike explosion counter, which only added muscles. Esper.
Look, we don't talk about mob.
No, we talk about mob all the time. Mob's strongest soldier. Yeah, I guess that's yellow. and the trial
Cool.
deck. See everybody in green.